Hello everyone, welcome to Startup Chats with Corey. My name is Corey Wright, I'm the Venture Catalyst with Oregon Rain, and today I thought I would cover everything that I normally talk about in my long update emails via video. That way you can sort of put me on background in your headphones and keep doing what you need to do. And then if you hear something that really interests you, you can take a look and click the links or whatever. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so first of all, I want to just say if you're an entrepreneur or anyone really working with businesses, thumbs up, great work, keep up the good fight. It's tough out there. There's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of businesses that are hurting, and it's not easy, but I just want to say thank you for everything that you're doing to support our entrepreneurs here in Linn and Benton counties. If there's anything I can do to help you, please let me know, and I'm happy to try my best. Before we get started, I want to remind you two things, a PS and a PPS. First off, if you know any stories or resources or anything that are worth sharing in this newsletter, or really even just to get people feeling excited and knowing that there's hope, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, please send that to me so that I can sort of amplify that, especially if it's here in Linn and Benton counties. I'd love to know about it, share the stories, and promote it. Secondly, don't forget that we have a Slack channel. This is a great way, if you're an entrepreneur, to keep in touch with other entrepreneurs, to be able to have 24/7 access to the Oregon Rain team, including other venture catalysts in other regions, and to interact with mentors and service providers and other officials. So check out that if you are used to Slack. It should be pretty easy. And if you're not used to Slack, check it out. It's a great tool, especially for managing remote workers. All right, let's see. What do we got next? Business grant opportunities. So, got a bunch of different grants coming down the road. Some of these might be applicable to you. Some of them might not. We have some COVID-19 emergency response grants from Travel Oregon. These are mainly focused at the tourism industry. So check out the restrictions on those and make sure you're eligible. There's a link there, but it is an opportunity for you to get up to $10K in free money for your business. So hopefully that is helpful. I know the tourism industry in particular has been really hard hit. Work Together Talent Grants by Upwork. If you want some free money to hire people to do marketing or make a logo or design a website or do a PR campaign, things like that, this is another opportunity. You might want to apply sooner than later because I am guessing they'll run out funding pretty quick. I'm planning to do so for my own organization. Business Oregon's Enhanced Innovation Grant Program has opened up again. It looks like this time round they're focusing on businesses that can either provide solutions to the COVID-19 response or something related to the general pandemic. However, I believe if you were, don't quote me here, but I believe if you were a Phase 0 recipient, there's follow-on funding that you can apply for as well. Speaking of funding sort of focused on innovation, one of our partners in Oregon, Virtue Lab, is hosting the ABCs of SBIR and STTR funding. So be sure to check that out. I'm actually going to sign up for that one too. Just get a refresher and see what's coming down the road and how those grants are looking. Finally, if you are a city manager, an economic development officer, or a mayor or a city councilor, or even a county commissioner, be sure to be looking into what the program Business Oregon just announced is a $10 million grant program, and I believe the first at least $2.5 million of that is going to be matching funds for communities to create emergency programs to help their local businesses. So let's say you're a couple of rural communities, you could potentially, and you have some funding that you can bring over in your budget somehow for local businesses, you could get matching dollars from Business Oregon. My team at Oregon Rain, and specifically our executive director, Caroline Cummings, has been working really closely with several, or actually multiple rural communities to see if they can sort of create some different emergency loan programs for that. So we're really trying to help the rural community sort of get catalyzed to help provide their own, help support their own businesses. So be sure to check out that information and reach out if you want to get connected into that conversation. Let's move on to business loan opportunities. So it's really awesome to see that Benton County has put in 100K, and then there's a match of 50K from, I think, Community Lending Works, or I think it's Community Lending Works. And so they've opened up a loan program for Benton County businesses. You need to apply before Friday at midnight next week or this week. But up to 10K, 2% interest. There's some other requirements. It will be sort of a random selection if you meet the initial requirements to give everyone a fair chance. But I am excited that they have decided to keep 30% of the fund to go towards minority and rural-owned businesses. So kudos to them for doing that. YesCorvallis.org/resources has a lot of information about that program, and then you can apply with CommunityLendingWorks.org/Benton County. So if you're a Benton County business and you need some funding to sort of make ends meet right now, be sure to check that out and reach out if I can help connect you in any way. If you applied for a PPP loan, which many of you did, you're probably a little nervous, as am I, about how to qualify for loan forgiveness with the SBA. And it feels like a lot of the guidance coming out has sort of changed every couple of weeks, which as a business owner myself, I'm like, okay, would I be able to get this forgiven? Like, what do I need to be planning for? So Jones and Roth is going to be doing a webinar on this topic. I'm going to be attending it. I'd love to see you there as well. Really stay on top of these PPP loans and make sure you understand everything and how it's going to apply to your business from both a tax and accounting perspective down the road. Finally, if you're still having trouble accessing PPP or EIDL loans, two things. First of all, please reach out to me so that I can see if I can help you. I've had some success in getting startups applying for these loans and actually getting them. I know some banks that are open that are easy to work with. And then secondly, Senator Merkley's office would like to know as well so that they can help advocate and support you. So there's a link there for that. Again, reach out if you still are having trouble and you desperately need that funding. And then really, if you're trying to make sense of all these funding opportunities, love to have a chat with you and see what's applicable to your business, what the best path forward is, who I can connect you to help you get there. And even if you have thoughts about how Oregon RAIN and other partners in economic development work can really support the local economy, I'd love to hear those. I think we would love to know anything beyond what we're already hearing, ideas, things that we can do as a community to really support our local startups and businesses. So please reach out if there's anything useful that I can help sort of elevate the conversation of or promote. All right, so let's move on to some Oregon RAIN virtual events. First off, we have our virtual workshop series. These are every Monday at 2 p.m. And this Monday, we are hosting Seth Tibbett, the founder of Tofurkey, who took his business from a couple $1,000s up to 40K or 40 million in revenue per year. He's going to be talking about his perspectives and his team's perspectives as a food manufacturer on how to weather this pandemic. But if you're just a regular manufacturer, I think you're going to find a lot of the things applicable to you as well. He was actually lined up to be our keynote at Catalyze World 2020 event. So this is a great opportunity to actually be on a video call with him, ask questions, and we're going to be giving away some free books from him as well. So don't miss out. Every Friday at 9 a.m., we host a startup support group. And this week, we're going to be covering the basics of financial statements. So if you're like me, not a fun topic, not my favorite thing to work on April 15th or whenever tax day is, fortunately later this year. But these are really important things to know, especially as we're getting funding and loans and grants and all this different money coming into your business. Having solid financial documents is really critical, both for getting loans, for understanding what's going on, and for starting to project into the future how you can survive, how you can make it through this crisis. So be sure to come to this. There's a no judgment at this session if you don't have those documents yet. It's really meant to be informational and give you a solid understanding of what are the no-nos and what are the things to look for in, say, a profit and loss or a balance sheet. All right, Linn Benton Startup eCafe. So you guys might remember we used to meet in coffee shops in various towns around Linn and Benton. And we would do sort of a format where we'd share weekly wins, and then we'd talk about struggles and things that we're dealing with as a business. And then we would do I will statements and basically say, here's something I'm going to work on. We make them SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time-bound, SMART. And then keep each other accountable. If you don't complete your goal by the next week, you put $10 in the virtual pot, and then the idea is everyone uses that money. We go out, and when social distancing is lifted, we buy everyone drinks and pizza or whatever, and celebrate keeping each other accountable. So I attend this weekly. I really enjoy it. I use it for my own startup. A lot of other entrepreneurs really enjoy it as well. There's a true community being built there. And so I highly encourage you, if you're an entrepreneur and you're feeling lonely or you just want that accountability, to come attend. It's a great opportunity and a really strong, solid community. If you're in Lebanon, there's a similar group going on, Lebanon Startup Community. They have a couple awesome mentors that attend each week. So this is a great way to get even some more one-on-one mentoring, idea, brainstorming with people, especially if you're an entrepreneur located in Lebanon. Highly encourage you to attend. Finally, we have a bunch of links for entrepreneurs. I may not cover all of these right now in this video, but do check these out. There's great things from Cascade Seed Fund, from letskeepconnected.org, ways to support the Corvallis Sewing Brigade, which I did. I bought this t-shirt. The funds from that go to supporting and buying them materials to make masks for local businesses. Obviously, support any sewing brigades in your own community. And then some other resources, some ways to nominate businesses for rewards, all of that. So check that out and reach out if you have any questions. Finally, just want to say a big thank you to all of our funders, specifically the funders for my work here in Linn and Benton counties. Really appreciate it. Busier than ever. I went from roughly 40, 50 hours a week before the pandemic to now it's just insane, working on Saturdays, trying to triage and help companies and startups really take control of the situation, and I'm really appreciative of the work and your guys' support. So if you see anyone from these organizations, be sure to give them a thank you or a high five virtually and let them know that you appreciate their support of your startup. That's really all I had. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, if it's something that was nice to sort of see a video in a face of your venture catalyst instead of reading a big long email. If there's any resources, anything I can do to help, please let me know. And finally, just stay strong. We got a ways to go. This virus isn't over yet. Hopefully some things are going to start to be getting better, but the economy's taking a hit, and we got to stay strong. We got to stay together. We have to support each other. And so on my end, if there's any way that I can support your organization, your business, and help you guys stay afloat or achieve success, or whatever it looks like, let me know. I'm happy to do that. I'm really passionate about entrepreneurs and startups here in our communities. And so just keep me posted. My contact information, let's see if I can do this, right here. And happy to hop on a Zoom call or a phone call or whatever works for you. So with that, I'm going to end this. I hope everyone enjoys your week this week. Reach out if I can help. This has been Startup Chats with Corey.